Welcome in MotoAndy's kingdom, and because I'm in my garage next to my travel horse, that means that I'll be doing stuff. I'll be doing something on the bike. And today's video will be about changing the chain on Kawasaki Versys 1000 SE. So stick around. A few years back I did a similar video about changing the chain, but it was chain in my previous Versys, Kawasaki Versys 1000 GT from 2018. Well, it's not really a big difference because here is exactly the same chain as in the previous model. So the job's gonna be more or less the same. But the difference is last time I went for aftermarket chain and sprockets, and that caused a few problems. New sprockets were a bit different. A front sprocket wasn't isolated with plastic like it is here in the original sprocket. And what that does, well, it reduces the noise from the sprocket. And because the aftermarket sprocket didn't have the plastic, I'm going to show later what I'm talking about, it was very noisy, and at the end I didn't change sprockets, I just changed the chain. This time I didn't want to have the same problems. I really doesn't care if the chain is golden or not. I just want a new chain that works perfectly. So I decided that I'm gonna go with original Kawasaki chain with the sprockets, everything original. It's a set. If you are interested to buy this thing, I'm gonna put the part number on the screen, and in a moment I'm gonna show you what's inside this box. Well, what is the reason that I'm changing the chain? Well, it's very simple. It's very old chain. I did almost 40,000 kilometers on this chain. So it wasn't great, but lately I did as well a video about testing ceramic chain grease. And actually this test didn't went well, and I actually murdered this chain absolutely to the end. And the end effect is the chain is very, very noisy. So I have no choice, I need to change the chain. An original one, it's going to be the fastest, the easiest, and without problems, I hope, job. So yeah, I'm going to do that, and of course I'm going to show you everything step by step. But first, let's see what's in the box. So this is the original chain kit from Kawasaki, and for Kawasaki Versys 1000. And as far as I know, it fits Kawasaki Versys 2nd generation and 3rd generation, because when I was looking up the part numbers, they were specified for those two bikes. We have our big sprocket, absolutely completely new. Now, each part has its own number, so if you are interested to buy only sprockets or only chain, just buy this part separately. I'm gonna put all the part numbers on the screen. So that's a very nice and shiny rear sprocket, 43 teeth. Here we have the nuts for the rear sprocket, also new, nice and shiny. We have our pin, washer, and of course the front sprocket. And the front sprocket, as I mentioned, has this plastic or a rubber. It's more like a plastic than rubber. It's very hard rubber, let's say, on both sides. And this rubber reduces noise that this sprocket makes. That's quite important. And last but not least, we have, of course, the chain. So that's the chain, and inside we have a rivet and O-rings, rubber O-rings for connecting the chain together. And of course this is the chain. So that's all what there is in the box. Let's get to work. So first I will remove the chain sprocket cover, and then I will explain why is that the first thing to do. The reason why I started this job with removing the chain sprocket cover is this big nut which keeps our little front sprocket in place. And I need to loosen this nut right now because later it won't be possible. Right now I have the chain that is keeping the sprocket. I can use a gear and I can block my wheel, and that will help me to loosen this nut. And it happened quite often that this big nut is problematic. It is so tightly fastened that sometimes it won't let go. That's why I have my big power tool. Until now I never had problems with these nuts. Mostly they went loose right away, but you never know, maybe I'm out of luck this time. We'll see. I hope not, but yeah, time will tell. As you can see, this washer is bent here and it protects the nut from unscrewing. So first I need to straighten this up and block everything, and I will try to loosen the big nut. I'm gonna use for this job my beloved tool, which is a hammer. The nut is now free, so let's try to loosen up. For this heavy job I need 27mm socket wrench. Took a few seconds to get it loose, but it is done. So I'm lucky again. Next step, removing the chain. But of course you cannot just take it off because it goes through the frame and the swing arm, which means that it has to be disconnected. Well, many people are doing this by filing the pins, removing the pins and then disconnecting the chain. And that is fine, absolutely nothing wrong with that if you want to make a beautiful necklace from your chain. I'm not really a necklace guy, so I'm just gonna cut it. I did get a tip from one of my viewers that he's using a pizza box for lubricating his chain, which is pretty smart idea, and of course it can be used as well to cutting the chain. Of course, to do this job don't forget to use a protection, a safety goggle I mean. Now I can remove nut, washer and sprocket, which is a bit eaten up. as you can see, this part of the tooth is a bit shorter on this side. Yeah, it's not good anymore. Before I install a new sprocket, I'm gonna clean this mess. I can install a new sprocket right now, and at this side on this rubber ring is written outside. You cannot mount like that, it has to be this way. And I'm gonna show you the difference. Yeah, look at the teeth. Look at the old one and the new one. I think you can see the difference. These teeth are much thicker. This one, the holes are here much bigger. So this one is junk. A new washer and a nut. And this is old nut. There is no new nut in the set. And of course I have to bend it later to prevent unscrewing. But first I have to fasten the nut. I cannot do that now because it's gonna turn. So first I have to mount the chain. I have to basically do opposite what I did with unscrewing. So chain, block the wheel, set the gear, and then fasten the nut, and then I can bend the washer. But before we do all of that, I need to remove rear wheel because I need to change the rear sprocket, and that cannot be done without removing the wheel. So let's do that. To make it easier for myself, I'm gonna remove the muffler and the brake caliper. This way I won't have to worry that I scratch my rim with brake caliper, and it is much easier to remove the wheel. As we probably all know, the chain with time is stretching, which means it's getting longer and longer. Now I'll be installing a new chain, so it will be shorter, of course. So I need to loosen these bolts as well, because they will have to go a little bit deeper. It is time to change a rear sprocket. I have new nuts, so I can throw these ones away. There's nothing better for cleaning than the old sock. I don't have a service manual, so I have no idea with which torque I have to fasten these nuts. So I just do it my way. And I'm gonna do across. Yeah, I think I used the right torque for that. So, because I didn't have a service manual, I did it my way. But before some internet trolls start yapping about how Andy did everything wrong, I did check with service manual. So the nuts should be tightened in a specific order, just like you see on this picture. I did it almost as this on the drawing. I did it across, so I wasn't far off. Another thing, the torque. The nuts should be tightened with 60 Newton meters. I did it with my hand, so I guess it was a little bit more than 60 Newton meters. And since then I did 8,000 kilometers on this chain. Chain is still okay, sprockets are okay, nothing fall off, so I don't think there is a reason to complain. Okay, the wheel can go back on the bike. So in the wheel hub there are these two spacers. It's handy to use some grease. I did it a few days ago, so I don't have to do it now. On the other side there is another one. It is handy to have a piece of wood or something else underneath the wheel. It is much easier to insert the big pin. And here we go. The last time when I was installing the aftermarket, rivets and O-rings were apart. Bag, and then there was another bag with grease. But here everything is in one, so everything is greased up already. And this is my brand new and beautiful Kawasaki chain. Okay, let's do it. And what must happen now? These two ends must be next to each other. Like that. Now I need to join these two pieces together, and that's where the rivet comes. So I need to open it carefully so I don't lose any O-ring. This is the rivet. Now I need two O-rings. They have to be placed here. And then I can insert this rivet from the other side. And here we go. So now my chain is one piece. I just have to take care that it is connected forever. So I'm gonna do again 2 O-rings. Don't lose it, Andy. And now I have the second part of the rivet. As you can see, inside part is flat, outside part has this a hole, if I can call it that way. So this is outside part, like these ones. And now we have to do the job with chain breaker / riveter. So to break the chain or rivet the chain, you need this little tool. I just bought this one. It's brand new, never used. It's machined aluminium, very nice and red. And now these pieces are used to remove the rivets, to remove the pins and break the chain. All of these pieces are used to rivet the chain, to get the chain together. So first what I need are those 2 pieces, because I need to push this metal plate a little bit deeper, because as you can see, it isn't there yet. It has to be pushed enough deep so the chain isn't loose here, so it's not gonna work this way. But if I push too hard, the chain won't work properly on these 2 joints. So that's very important that is done right way. Okay, let's try it. First we will need these 2 pieces, because this piece with the groove in goes in the back side and it keeps our plate from moving, and the other one push this one, and these pins are coming through the holes. But because this is a bit loose now, it is very tight, so it won't go inside. So I'm gonna use this tool first to push the plate a little bit deeper. Yeah, a little bit, it's a little bit deeper, that's good. Okay, that's great. Okay, let's try now. Let's see. It's not going the way I want it. Let's see, is it going now or not? No, not really. I am not really happy with this tool. So let's try it again. No, I'm not happy with this tool. Okay, I have my old tool as well here. Let's see if this one is gonna work. Well, this one works a little bit better. Now the funny part is, this is €19 tool. This is €44 tool, and it's not working. Yeah, this one is definitely working better. So let's continue with this one. Okay, so I think I just wasted 44 euros. Okay, let me see. So it's still working very nicely. But it has too much movement, so just a little bit more. Yeah, that's much better. Okay, let's leave it like that. Now I have to widen these pins, so squash them. And for that there are another pins. Let me see. So for this job we need this little fellow with a hole in it, with a groove in it, which will go over the pin on the back side, like that, and it goes here and to the other side, and I need the right pin. Let me see, this one. This is the pin that will spread this other pin, if I can say it that way. So and as you can see, when I turn this screw, this pin comes outside. That's exactly what we want. Okay, let's see. So if you look closely now, so I just did this one, so it's a bit squashed from inside. This one is still new. I didn't touch this one. I don't know if you'll be able to see the difference on this camera, but anyways, it is spread, so it's much wider. It will keep this plate in place. So one is done. Let's do the other one. Okay, that's enough, I think. You can always do it again if it's not enough. Let me see. This one is a little bit wider, I think. So I'm gonna do it one more time, just to be sure. Okay, so that's good enough, I think. Let me see. Yeah, it is working very nicely. It's not too tight, it's not loose. Very good. So I'm gonna adjust the chain in a moment. But first I want to fasten the big nut on a front sprocket. So this one is gonna be a bit tricky because it's on the other direction. So I'll have to keep the stick and the wheel, and yeah, I just have not enough hands. but I'll do my best. Okay, I think that's good enough. Okay, now I'm gonna play with the washer. Let me see where is the best place to squash it. I think here. So here we go. Now the nut is protected from unscrewing itself. Let's install the brake pads and the muffler, and then I will properly adjust the chain. I need to clean the sprocket cover again, of course. It's very filthy. Very, very gooey. So the old chain lost an O-ring, and I found it in a sprocket cover. And when I was riding the last time with Versys, I heard knocking from the chain, so tick, tick, tick. So I think that's the reason. So I definitely killed the chain with my ceramic grease testing. I think that's why this is gone, because it wasn't there when I was looking the last time. So yeah, ceramic grease, no good. If you haven't seen my video from testing ceramic grease, I'm gonna put a link somewhere on the screen where I test it for you, so you don't have to do that. Otherwise you're gonna get this. That's better. So I have a neighbors here. They're fixing the scooters, and every evening I get this riding shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, almost 6 centimeters. That is way too sloppy. We need to have between 3 and 4. Actually, I made a mistake. I should have done that when the exhaust was gone. Let's see, 65, 1, 2, 3, so about 35 millimeters, so that's exactly what I need. And of course, brand new pin. What an idiots on these scooters. I hate these guys. They doing that every evening. Here we go. So the brand new chain is installed. All what is left to do is a test ride, but I don't expect any problems. So the job is done, and this is my way of replacing the chain. And as I mentioned, this time I chose for original one because I don't want noisy sprockets or anything else with aftermarket stuff. So I did this. If you want a golden chain, you can buy something else. I don't really care about it. For me, the most important part is that it is working properly. So, as I mentioned, this is my way of replacing the chain. You don't have to agree with it. It's your bike, it's your replacement, so do it your way if you like. But I hope this video was helpful for many people. So if you like the video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. If you like my channel, you can support me in many ways, like for example, clicking the super thanks button underneath the YouTube screen. Or you can buy me a coffee. All the informations are in the description of this video. So let's do some trip with the new chain. Thanks for watching guys, and of course see you in the next one.